60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm John.
I'm Nancy.
And we are
Jane
Jane and
and
Travels.
Travels.
Thank you for joining us on another one of our Sundays.
Yeah, it's
Nice warm-
beautiful today.
Nice warm day over here in New Hampshire. I
Mhm.
know some of you are getting quite the hot weather. We're getting nice middle of the road weather, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Right. Well, we're here for our game day, our Sunday game day, which
Game
we start off
day.
with our Tanisha time. Before we pull Tanisha up here, I'd just like to go over some quick housekeeping that we have. We'd like to remind people to check into our Facebook page, which has been very active.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on there. Picture day, joke day, shorts day, and miscellaneous Monday. So tune into our Facebook page. Take a look at it. There's a merchandise store, which a lot of times you can see products moving across the bottom there. Just check that out. See if anything appeals to you. Our podcasts have gone through week 7. We've done 7 podcasts.
Yeah.
That's flown by.
It has.
So we have an 8th podcast coming up next Sunday on our off day, and then we actually have to sit down and put in our 9th one together. So that's fun as we anticipate our cruise coming up in October, right, Nance?
Yes.
And the podcast, the audio and video podcast, can be also heard or seen on Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Apple, and it can be seen on YouTube.
Right.
We don't have just an audio version for YouTube. And of course, there's our YouTube channel, which we ask people to come over to. So those are our housekeeping type of things right now. And I think what we will do is pull Tanisha up. And when we're done with Tanisha time, we'll move into our games now. So let me put my game hat on in preparation for our
Put your
game.
game hat on.
Okay. And we will pull Tanisha up.
Hey.
Good afternoon, Tanisha.
Hi, Tanisha.
Hello, John and Nancy and everybody in the chat.
And Tanisha, for anyone who doesn't know, Tanisha Time, she is the self-proclaimed chair of National Day observances and also a graduate this past weekend.
Yes, with her master's degree in is it in nursing? It's a master's in nursing.
Yes,
right?
Master of Science in Nursing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we'll visit the chat after you're done, Tanisha, with you so that we can say hello to people or questions that people asking questions of you. So I'm going to let you take it away.
Yeah.
All right. So today, first of all, can you believe how fast we got to September and it's already September 3rd?
Can't believe it.
It is so bizarre, but here we are. Today is September yes, today is September the 3rd, and it is National Welsh Rarebit.
Welsh Rabbit. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So it is also National Bowling League Day. So let me skip to Bowling League Day, and I'll come back to Welsh Rarebits. But Bowling League Day, originally when it was a sport that was traditionally held outside. It was an outdoor sport.
Mhm.
And the game was called Nine Pins, and it was popular with the gamblers.
Oh.
So Connecticut wanted to kind of snuff out the gambling part of it. So in 1841, it became an indoor sports, and and that's where we have the bowling lanes, and they added a pin to kind of circumvent the law because again the law was 9 pin.
Oh, that's
Oh,
So
very
funny.
interesting.
that's what my little history research pulled out of that. Now, Welsh rarebit, and it does not have a rabbit in it, is an open faced grilled cheese or cheese on the toast. And then you just take toasted bread slices and you top it with this savory type of cheese sauce
Oh,
that's made from beer, cheese, butter, mustard,
ooh,
and it's browned into the oven until it's really golden and bubbly. It
ooh,
sounds really good. I mean, it has to
good.
be. I haven't had it now yet. I'm open to it, but
I've
it
Yeah.
never
has to
had it.
be. I never heard of it, but
Jeez.
it sounds like a really bougie, probably tasty grilled cheese
It
sandwich. That's
does.
what it
Yeah,
sounds
sounds
like.
very good.
Yeah.
How is Welsh spelled?
It's WELSH.
SH. Okay, Welsh. All right.
Welsh.
Rare
Where did
bit.
they get the name?
RAREBIT. Rare bit.
Okay.
I wonder where they got the name, like the rabbit part.
Now I couldn't find much on that because it,
Yeah.
it sounds like it would be rabbit, but there's no rabbit in it. It's
That's
just
funny.
Right.
cheese
That's
Okay.
so
toast.
unusual.
Yeah.
Huh. We'll have to try it someday.
Yes. All right. So tomorrow, of course, it is the first Monday in September. So that is Labor Day. Make
Hmm.
sure you celebrate accordingly. It's also macadamia nut day. So if you like macadamia
Ooh.
nuts, I'm not a huge fan of them, but hey, celebrate accordingly. It's
Right.
also National Newspaper Day. Now, I newspaper carrier day. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't see many. I haven't seen newspaper carriers in a very long time. I would see those when I was growing up, of course. And but with the technology now and people getting their papers online, I would
Right.
imagine that they're not out there. Maybe in some of our small towns and communities, they may still have some, the small papers. But regardless, we're going to celebrate the carriers on tomorrow.
All
It's their
Sounds
right.
day.
good.
On the 5th, it is National Be Late for Something. How appropriate after a long holiday weekend. So if you can't think
Yeah.
of a reason to be late for work on Tuesday, just chunk it up to it was a long holiday weekend and you lost track of time. So just be late. Um, and it's also National Cheese Pizza Day. So if you like cheese pizza, go
Oh
ahead and
man.
have some cheese pizza on Tuesday. On the 7th of September, oh my goodness, we'll be a week into um,
Oh.
the new month. The ninth state admitted to the Union on June 21st, 1788, and known as the Granite State, New Hampshire. We will
Ooh.
celebrate New
All right.
Hampshire on
Here
the
we are.
7th.
There we are.
I know
Yeah.
you will like that.
Of
So
course.
celebrate accordingly now, and John and Nancy, because this is your home. I know the reason why, if I remember correctly my history, the reason why it's called the Granite State is because there's some type of granite in New Hampshire that's kind of quarried there. It's just,
Yes,
and it's
many
kind of
many quarries for it. Yes,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and it's a lot of that granite that's there is used for the buildings there in New Hampshire and in the capital, the nation's capital, if I remember correctly.
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's give it up to New Hampshire. Let's go and study. If you're not able to go and travel to New Hampshire, everybody that's listening, go ahead and do some research on New Hampshire because it has quite a bit of history, interesting there.
Yes.
On the 8th, for those who are believe in going beyond, it is Star Trek Day. So
Oh,
Oh.
geez. Okay.
celebrate accordingly with Star Trek. I remember growing up looking at it. I wasn't a huge Star Trek fan, but I know there are many Star Trek fans out there. So September the 8th is your day. Okay, September the 8th.
September the 8th. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. It's also Pediatric Hematology and Oncology Nurses Day. To my colleagues that are working with the pediatric patients, my hats off to you.
Mm.
I celebrate you not only on the 8th, but every day because you have
Mm.
a unique population that you have to care for.
Yeah.
And it takes a really, really special nurse to do that.
It
Not
does.
that special. So, so hats off to them. On on the ninth, we're gonna share that we care. It's caring day. It cannot be that hard. And also, it is Teddy Bear Day. Now, this day
Oh,
was named after our late president Teddy Roosevelt. This is how the teddy bear came about. And teddy bears are just so loving. How can you not care about a teddy bear?
Yeah, right about that.
true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Excuse me. It's also on the 10th. There are lots of things going on in September, by the way. On the 10th is National TV Dinner Day. Now, I remember vaguely when TV dinners kind of made their entrance, or maybe by the time I learned about them, they were going through some changes, but they're much different than what they are now. I mean, they're not the same. Um, so get your TV dinner and celebrate. Excuse me.
That's
It's
okay.
also Grandparents' Day. All the grandparents, let your family and friends know that the 10th is your day.
Okay, that's good to know. Wonder if
How
that
will you
counts for,
celebrate?
wonder if that counts for pets.
It will. Yes.
'Cause
Sure.
yeah.
So the pets need to
That's
celebrate too.
included.
Yes. How would you celebrate, John and Nancy?
We, well, we have grand pets.
Just grandpets.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
We
Okay.
have a grand
So,
we have a grand dog and three grand cats.
ooh, you
My
have a
daughter has
full
a
house.
dog and yeah, my daughter has a dog and my son has three cats.
Well, celebrate. They all need to come over and celebrate with you. On the 11th, it is National Make Your Bed Day. Now, I'm a big, firm believer that making your bed really is a great start to the day. So, for those who do not practice making your bed every day, please do everything that you can to try to do this on September the 11th, okay?
Yeah,
Bed
It,
making
we'll
day.
do it on that day. We're pretty sloppy other days, but we will try and do it that day.
Well,
do
growing up,
it.
there was someone always sleeping in it. He was always sleeping, so with his
Yeah,
work
it,
days. So
it, it does something about your it gets you ready for the day. So
yeah,
try
no,
to.
it's true. Yeah,
It really does. Also, we're going to. It is Patriot Day and National Day of Remembrance.
yeah,
I certainly remember where I was when that day occurred.
me too.
I remember distinctly remember the day before. It was a Monday, and I made plans talking to some coworkers. I think I want to go to New York for New Year's Eve. I've never
Oh,
been to New
really?
York, and I want to go. So
Yeah.
this was that
Yeah,
Monday, and I'm making plans to, travel plans
yeah.
like I do. And I walk into work, and on the TV, by this time, the second plane was they had already showed the first plane, and by the time I got to my desk, the second plane had hit. So I remember distinctly, and I'm looking out my window at work, and I said, things just went silent in the
Yep.
office. The
Yeah.
phones weren't ringing, and I said, well, there goes plans. I'm gonna stay in Alabama for um, New Year's Eve, and I haven't really thought about New York much since then. But you know, in time, I'm sure I will. But let's remember those family members and friends who are still with us, and who have to, remember this day. Um, it
Yeah.
was a sad day in our
Absolutely right. Yeah.
country, and but we're strong, and we're going to keep pressing forward. But just
Yeah.
remember those family members and friends on this day and every day.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So on the 12th, now you know, I like milkshakes, and pretty much I'll drink any milkshake. I don't have to have it. In a
Yeah.
year, I may have one or two milkshakes for the entire year. But if I do a milkshake, I will say chocolate milkshake will probably be the first one I go to. It is National Chocolate Milkshake Day
Mm.
on the 12th, so get you one and celebrate accordingly. I
It's
like the
my
whipped
favorite.
cream on mine with the cherry on top. Yes. It's also, let's see, on the 14th for those parents, is your day. It is National Parents Day off. Now, I don't know how you can celebrate this if you have small kids that still depend on you to do certain things like cook and take care of them, but I'm sure you can think of something you can do to celebrate this day because you need to celebrate. It's take the
Yeah.
day off, parents. Maybe
Just an
the
extra
grandparents.
treat, an extra treat or something, to yourself.
Yeah, maybe the grandparents. I just got an idea.
Yeah.
So grandparents' day is on the 10th. Parents' day off is on the 14th. So maybe parents, when you take your day off, the grandparents can keep the kids for you.
Hey,
Um,
there you go.
That may be something you want to start. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good trend.
That's a good trade-off.
yeah, I'm thinking about that. May be the good thing to do. Also, on the 14th, we will celebrate Old Dominion, the mother of presidents born in this state. It is Virginia. She was the 10th state to be admitted to the Union on June
Oh,
25th,
okay.
1788.
Hmm.
8 presidents were born in this state. Let's give it up to Virginia.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
Heck
She's
of a
a
good
busy
record.
girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you can't hop on the plane and go to Virginia, just go ahead and do some research. Learn about Virginia. She has quite a bit of history.
Right.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. On the 15th, it is I'm celebrating some more of my nursing colleagues. This is Neonatal Nurses Day. Now, neonatal nurses are they deal with the most fragile patients that you could ever meet. These are your infants, your newborns. A lot of them, excuse me, are born with either birth defects, maybe they're born too early and their organs aren't fully developed. They can spend
Oh, wow.
anywhere from a month to 2 months and even longer in the
Wow.
newborn nursery because they're so fragile. They require 24-hour round the care, um, clock care. So, if you know a neonatal nurse, thank them for what they do because, again, they're dealing with such a fragile group of patients. Now,
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier about the pediatric oncology nurses.
Yeah.
Those nurses, of course, they're dealing with pediatric patients who are going through cancer,
Right.
which is and the thing about kids, they're so resilient, not like us adults. I mean, we get a
That's
paper cut. I know some of you adults won't admit it, but you get a paper cut and it let some hand sanitizer or alcohol get in it. You're about to die. But these pediatric patients, the small, they're so resilient. They will just fight and keep going as if nothing really happened.
Wow.
But the neonatal ones, they're the really small, the little bitty babies who, again, are going through something. So if you know one, give them their props and their things.
Right.
It's also that same day, cheese toast day and double cheeseburger day. Now, I could have found a lot of
Ooh.
history behind it, but what do you need with history? Those are two great things to have. And we're coming up on
Right.
to some of the cooler months. That cheese toast would be really good. I love when I make chili to make grilled cheese with
Sounds
mine.
good.
Ooh.
Nice
Yeah.
combo.
That's a nice combo. Yeah.
Yes. Bobby is
Yeah.
a huge double cheeseburger fan. I like a double cheeseburger, but I don't have to have two patties.
Right. Right. I hear you.
All right. Mhm. On the 16th, it is guacamole day. I love me some
Ooh.
good guacamole.
You love
I
guacamole.
do.
Yes. It is also Working Parents Day. Working parents, pat yourself on the back because you have so much to juggle between work, home, daycare, after school activities. Pat yourself on the back. You have a lot to deal with, and we celebrate you on this day. It is also National Play Doh Day.
Oh,
Growing up, I
Play-Doh.
remember, I know, I want to go back. We need to I challenge every adult that's watching, tap into your inner child self and go get you some Play-Doh and play with. Because I don't know about you, growing up, I enjoyed make Play-Doh and making my little figures or whatever I can
Yeah.
think of to make. I wasn't really creative, but Play-Doh, it didn't matter. Play-Doh didn't care. You can just build something and tear it down and try over again.
Well,
I
you know, if I plopped a pile of Play-Doh in front of you right now, you'd start playing with it.
I love
I would,
Play-Doh.
I
Yeah.
would
I
play
worked
with
in a
it.
preschool for 2 years and I made homemade Play-Doh.
I would play with it. I want to tap into that little inner child. I want to go back. I should have stayed in a child's place because this adulting thing is not what it cut out to be.
That's right.
Just
It
you
it
got
gets old
bills and
fast.
yeah, you got bills, you got responsibilities. I didn't. That wasn't part. I didn't get the fine print when I was, wanting to be an adult. It's overrated.
That's right.
That's good. I love that stuff.
So,
And
according to your national days, Tanisha, if you're a parent that works part time, you get 2 days off this month or these 2 weeks.
Yeah, you do. You
Okay.
got two celebrations. You got definitely you have two celebrations. So yes, if you get especially if you get the grandparents since you gave them their day, grandparents, yeah, you're gonna lose 2 days. Yeah, well, sorry, grandparents. You grandparents, you took that promotion. When you promoted yourself to grandparents, that means you're gonna get a little bit more responsibility. So
Yeah.
sorry.
You guess you're right though. You could push that. If you're a grandparent who works part-time and has children, you're going to get 3 days off in these 2 weeks. So if you really want to push it, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. And that's it for this one.
Okay.
Wow.
Great. And I love the facts that you bring along with your national day. Those are
Yeah,
great.
I do
Well,
too.
before you go, we'd like to go through the chat with you.
Okay.
Just say hello to the people. So we'll go back to the top here. We don't like to interrupt the chat while Tanisha is giving her spiel because she gets on such a roll.
No, it's very good information. I want to make me some Play-Doh.
Okay, so first
You
one
should
that
do
came
it.
in, first one that came into the chat was Maxwell Smart,
Hey,
who's back on the road again.
Maxwell.
Thank you for
Hey,
coming in,
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Thanks for coming in.
Brian, Sport and Entertainment.
Hi,
Let's see, what's
Brian.
Brian up to? Special Olympics flag football early this morning.
Ooh.
They played quarterback and then practiced today earlier. So Brian is like a three sport athlete now. We know he plays his softball
Yes.
and his basketball. Now he's doing football.
Wow. Keep up the good work, Brian.
Wow.
A 3-sport athlete.
So I'm assuming he's gonna go for like a trophy or something.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a league.
Yeah.
The other two were tournaments. This one, it
Oh.
sounds like he's just starting out a league or something. We'll have to wait for the updates when he fills us in.
Nice.
Journey Awaits
Hey,
is
Journey.
saying hello.
Hey, Journey Waits.
They just got off a Disney cruise, Tanisha,
Yeah,
and
the wish.
yeah, it makes me very, very
I
jealous.
know we're jealous.
Some guy named Robert Leonard is in the house. Thank you for coming in,
Hello,
Robert. Michigan Carol S. Thank you
Hey.
for coming. I had a question for you, Carol, because it's funny. When we go down to our snowbirding now, Tanisha, there seems like two type of people down there.
Oh yeah.
Half of them are Canadians and half are from Michigan for some reason.
We met a lot of people from Michigan.
So
Wow.
it's amazed me that I'm legitimately saying that the other half is majority is from Michigan. The fact people we get very friendly with, they were all from Michigan. Well, one was from Canada.
Yes,
the other
one was
from
from Canada. Yes, and the other two were from Michigan. But we met a lot of.
So, Carol, do you get on to Florida? And also,
are you a snowbird, Carol?
I'd be curious to know what part of
speaking of Michigan, if I could say this real quick.
Yeah.
When we were in Chicago last weekend, we went riding, and to our left, it seemed like we had been riding for a while, and there was this. I thought it was an ocean. Then there was a beach, and Bob would say, "Hey, there's a beach too." And I said, "This cannot be an ocean. We're in Chicago."
Right.
So it was kind of a little bit of a stop and go at one point because people were going to the Cubs game. So I said, ask that person in the car. They had their window down. What is it? I said, I'm wondering if it's one of the Great Lakes. And sure enough, he said, oh, that's Lake Michigan.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that really?
That's see that. Okay.
That's huge.
That's really cool.
It's huge, and it's the only one of the Great Lakes that sits entirely in the United States.
I did not know that.
That's interesting.
Yes,
I didn't know that
it is one of the largest lakes in the world.
Wow, that's nice.
They've actually been doing some cruises on the Great Lakes. I think they started a couple of years ago. They're that big.
Really? So. And the waves kind of reminded me, I'm sure you have been on the Atlantic Ocean. The waves are a little bit more, I like to say they're more fierce. I'm closer to the Gulf, where the Gulf is more like it kind of sways you,
right.
And the Atlantic is more like just kind of push.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw with Lake Michigan. I said those are some big waves. That's not a normal waterway.
No,
you're
right. I mean, the wind gets going and just starts those waves, but it does appear like it's an ocean because you can't really see land.
I know, yes. And so that gentleman said, "Oh, that's Lake Michigan," and I was like, "I knew it had to be one of the Great Lakes. I knew it."
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. You have to see that.
Hello, Sharon from
Hi,
Cruising
Sharon.
Scene. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Hello there. We have Cheryl and Ed.
Cheryl and Ed, how you
Thank
doing?
Hey, John. Nancy, thanks for stopping by. Impromptu live. They had their first live
Yeah.
yesterday, Tanisha, and
Oh,
it wasn't
wow.
for. You would think it's cruising, which they're big into. You would think it's what was the other thing I was thinking of?
I don't know.
But it wasn't that. They came up live because of Jimmy Buffett died,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
their channel was inspired by Jimmy Buffett, so they came up live to talk about that.
I tell you what, we're losing all the good ones. I mean,
yeah.
when I got the alert about Mr. Buffett, I was like, oh no, all the good ones are leaving. I'm not saying I want the bad ones to leave, but can you
We
leave us
wanted
some
the
really
good
good
ones
ones?
to be around a little longer.
Yeah, you know, I hear you.
Yeah.
Michael and Bella's Travel Channel. Thank you for coming
Hi,
in.
Mike and Bella.
Now they're saying good morning. So we're trying to think
Yeah,
of
good
where they're. I
morning.
can't remember where they're from, but that
Uh,
is good morning at this
they're-
point.
Wow.
Hello, hellos. Let's see. Cruising time. Robert said, "Oh, wait a minute. First of all, Cheryl Ned said, hello there, Tanisha. Thanks for all the info.
Hello, you're so
They like
welcome.
many of us, appreciate all the work you do
Yeah.
to give the background on these.
They were very
I
interesting.
enjoy it. I mean, I learned a lot myself.
I think this Robert guy is stalking you. He says, congratulations to my queen, Tanisha, for her master's degree in nursing.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Very sweet of him.
Very nice.
Okay, Carol says, I am not a snowbird, but we get a lot of snow to escape. I live 30 minutes from the Big Lake, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So, Michigan, Carol lives 30 minutes from where you were. It
Oh
is
my god, it
beautiful.
was absolutely beautiful to see. I mean, we were driving, but I
Yeah.
wish we could have, had enough time to maybe stop at the walkway, the beach part or
Yeah.
whatever, just to really
Right.
be engulfed in it. It was absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Right. Ryan Donahue, thanks for
Hi,
coming in. He's
Ryan.
a neighbor
Hello.
to the south of us, Tanisha. He's in Massachusetts.
yeah.
Oh, we celebrated Massachusetts last month, right? Yeah.
I think we
We
did.
did.
hmm
Let's see. Okay. Brian said, okay, first of all, Sharon says, congratulations to you, Tanisha.
Thank you.
And Brian says, Tanisha, congrats on your master's degree in nursing. That's impressive.
Thank you. And I've been asked at church today, was I going to go for the final one? Absolutely. I have no intentions, um, no talk, no thought about it. I'm enjoying working and spending time with my family and doing
That's good.
other things than
Right.
That's
homework.
good.
That's excellent. No, that's excellent.
That is.
Raquel and Bella from the Oregon coast. Oh, that's a beautiful
Oh,
country from what I heard.
Oregon. Yeah. We've
Just
never
for-
been there. But...
Thank you. They like my hat. This is my game hat. So that's why they're 3 hours behind us. Oregon, right?
Gotcha.
So they're
Oh
big
yeah, so there
130.
yeah, there will be three because they're two behind me and you're let's see,
I always
they're
think,
two behind me, you're one ahead of me. So yeah, that's 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
always forget you're an hour behind
Yeah,
us.
I always forget
I always
that
think
as
we're in
well.
the same zone.
It reminded me when I was in February. I don't know if you remember. I arrived in DC, which is an hour ahead of me, on a Wednesday. Came back home that Friday, falling behind an hour, and got up the next morning. That Saturday morning, had to fly to Santa Barbara, which is 2 hours behind me. All the coast. I was over the all, on the coast that weekend, or actually that week, and my body was like, "What in the world is going on here?"
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
gosh, yeah.
I'm
But
always
it's always
wondering.
good to go to the West Coast because they're 2 hours behind me. So I do enjoy that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. You hear
that's
that?
better.
Well, that is a chat. So we're going to thank you again, Tanisha, and see you in 2 weeks. We hope you'll
2 weeks,
be here in 2
yes.
weeks.
I think what I'm gonna do is we've got a program at my church, so I may be able to sign in between that program. So
Okay.
don't be surprised if you hear some noise in the background. I'll try to find a quiet spot to do Tanisha time, but I should be able to do it with no problem.
Well, that
All
sounds
Just
right.
probably
great. And just
some nosy people may kind of come through or whatever.
right.
Nice.
No, that's fine. That always adds to it, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe they'll come through and play that piano behind you. Who knows?
Oh, hopefully not.
Tanisha will be going live again for people who are curious. She just hasn't. Her schedule's still all over the place, so she's going to probably wait another month till she can get her schedule straight. And
Yeah, thank you, everyone, you, Jen and Nancy, and everybody for your support. It's just I still have some traveling to do, and it's gonna throw things off. This trip next week kind of was last minute, somewhat, and it kind of threw things off. So,
Mhm.
but it's coming. No worries.
yeah, and you'll probably hear it here first. The breaking news.
Yes, exactly.
Breaking
All right. Well,
news.
thank you very much, Tanisha, for joining us, and you have a good 2 weeks.
Yes,
All
thank
right,
you
you too.
again.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Okay, another great. I love the background she has.
Oh, I know.
And now I'm going to
Yeah.
look up as soon as we get off here the Welsh rabbit.
Yeah, the
Because I
Welsh
always thought
rabbit.
that was a certain way
I-
you made rabbit.
Yeah, I didn't know what it
So I
was.
don't know. Okay, so before we go into the game, let's just quickly throw up our little thank you to our mods who join us and
Yes.
help us, even behind the scenes. If you don't see them in here, okay. Thank you very much, mods. And I have to mention this on Joe, and then
Yeah.
he says, Jane, we fixed that picture in our background. During the live
Yeah,
yesterday,
that
he had this
crooked
picture
picture.
was just tilted. We probably have a ton of those
Oh, we have
behind
a
us.
ton of us.
And I thought it was so funny because I was hitting my wife and saying, Nancy, that thing, I want to straighten it out. And I
Oh
think
God,
finally
that
Ed
was funny.
straightened it out at the end. Well, he straightened it out by tilting his camera. So it was
He
pretty
did
funny.
that. That's
It was
right.
pretty funny.
That was funny.
Okay, so let us go into our game, Nance. Thank you for joining us. We have our usual 3 games,
Oh yeah, our games.
and
That's
we
what
will
it's all
start them
about.
out by fact or crap.
Ooh, fact or crap.
All right, Nance. So, what is your first? And please put your answers in the chat or any other comments that you want to add.
Alrighty.
What is your first crap or fact, Nance?
A crocodile cries when it eats food.
Fact or
Yeah.
crap? A crocodile cries when it eats food.
When it eats food.
I guess it would taste, depending on who it tastes, right? I mean, be very sad if he chomped on you probably and cry. Me, it might be a different story. So who knows?
Oh, he might laugh while he's eating
Yeah, I
you.
know exactly. Fact or crap? A crocodile, right? Not a crocodile cries while it eats
when it eats food.
Crap or fact? So we're getting crap coming
Only
in.
if the food tastes bad, he'll cry.
I know. You like on a bad cruise ship thing. All right, Nance. Fact or
All
crap?
right.
A
crocodile cries when it eats food. True or false?
Nope.
Fact or crap?
All right, we've got.
What do we have?
We've got only one person that said fact.
Who's that?
Didn't show, so I think they say, tastes like chicken.
That was great.
All right, what's the answer, Nance?
It's actually a fact. They do cry. Something to do with their lacrimal glands.
Some of these are so out there that we've started now. Well, Nancy had started, it's her crap or fact, to do a little research to find out, to make sure these are
I know,
and this one actually did
they
turn
said
out
something about the air that gets in their lacrimal glands and it makes them cry. So.
The laughing gram. So it is a fact.
So give yourself a pat on the back. That was a hard one.
Actually, Tanisha, I think, was the only one that got that right.
Oh.
Okay.
Good job.
Your next fact or crap, Nance.
Okay, we need our ears to give balance to our bodies.
Okay. Well, your ears necessary to give balance to the rest of your body, right?
Yeah.
I guess that means if you didn't have ears, would you fall over? I guess it's a question, right? Fact or crap?
We need our ears to give balance to our bodies.
Fact or crap? Let's see. Okay, Nance, you want to read that question again? Fact or
We
crap?
need our ears to give balance to our bodies.
Okay. Is it a fact or crap, Nance?
That is indeed a fact.
So that
So-
is a fact.
So
You
don't
need-
go being like Van Gogh and
and
cut
cutting
your
off
hair,
your ear.
cutting
I
off
know.
your ear.
Oh, I see Tanisha flying at 2 for 2 here. All right. And your third, this is the third one for the end of round one. What is it, Nance?
That's a blind, which is why we say someone is blind as a bat. That's
okay.
the blind.
We say bat. We say you're blind as a bat. Is that really legitimate? A bat's blind. No, I thought this was a very interesting one.
Bats are blind, which is why we
Fact or
say
crap?
someone is as blind as a bat. I think people will get this one. I bet people know this one.
I'll tell you.
Did you know it?
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't
And I'll tell
really?
you. I'll
See,
tell
I
you
knew
why. I'll tell you why. I didn't
I
know this
remember
one.
facts from Animal Kingdom.
Okay, so read the question again. And
Bats are blind, which is why we say someone is as blind as a bat.
okay, so our bat's blind. Is that a fact or crap?
That is crap. They have good vision. They can see fine, but their eyes are small.
It's interesting. I've got to believe that Tanisha and Robert are in different rooms because she's 3 for 3, and I think he's 1 for 3. So he may have to start cheating. Yeah, that surprised me because when growing up as a kid, we had bats flying around the backyard.
Yeah.
We get out with our baseball gloves, we throw in the air because we always heard that they relied on sonar. And,
Yeah.
and they hit the glove and fly away. But I guess they get very good eyesight, right?
Yeah, they have good eyesight. Yeah, they just have small eyes. They see
Tanisha
fine.
says they can see and hear.
Yeah, they have small ears too. They're really creepy looking. Remember all the bats that we saw in Animal Kingdom? The big bats.
Yeah, the big ones you didn't
Yeah,
particularly like.
I forget what kind of bats they were.
Now make
but-
sure you keep track of your own. I like to see at the end if you tell us how many you got right and how many you got wrong.
Yes.
At some point, if we could get a third person to keep score, it'd be probably fun to just keep score on.
Yeah,
people's
we should have
right
a-
and wrong
yeah.
answers.
Okay, that was.
All right, so that was your third one.
Yep, that was my third one.
Tanisha does not like them.
They're scary looking. They're
Nancy hates them too.
Well, I was working in a bakery years ago, and I thought a bird was flying around in the bakery, and it came towards the oven, and it smashed into the oven, and then it fell to the floor. And then when I saw it, it had this evil look. I quickly took a plastic bag and I threw it over the bat and called the manager. He scooped it up. I wasn't going to do that.
Imagine seeing that as a customer. You'd
Yeah,
probably run right out of the store.
well, the door of the oven was closed, but he just smashed into the door and fell to the floor. And I took a big plastic bag and threw it over him.
Okay, the next thing, the next section, the next game is called Name This. Name This.
Name this.
First category is Name This Actor Best Known for His Cowboy Roles. So
Ooh.
who is this
Who doesn't love a cowboy?
actor? Now, I assume this is an easy one for the first one, but there again,
Yeah.
it's a generation thing. Maybe it's not.
No,
Name this actor.
he's an icon. So I would think he would be easy to guess.
It's funny. I couldn't adjust to him because all his movies were westerns until he came out with just a detective movie at the theaters at one point.
He did?
Yeah, I want to think if it was called. I don't think it was McGriff.
I have no
No,
idea.
something like that.
I only know him as a Weston.
That's right. The Duke.
The Duke.
Oh, it's John Wayne. Very
Good
good.
old John Wayne.
Okay, next one. Name this actor who's known mostly for westerns. Or no, I shouldn't say no mostly, but known for westerns.
Oh, gee, I can't think of this one. It's a good picture of him, whoever he is.
He was one of my favorites.
Yeah?
And it was kind of the western I know him for the most.
Oh, I
It's
think I
kind of
might know
It's kind of
who
an
it is.
offbeat western.
Oh,
My great grandmother,
yeah?
this is Tanisha talking. My great grandmother loved westerns. I grew up when you had to watch whatever the adults were saying. No,
Yeah.
Cute eyes. Who is that?
I don't know. It was a good picture.
Ooh. Sounds like we finally have Tanisha stumped. The role he's most known for. Oh, no one knows it. See if I can do it.
Matt?
Dun 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 dun
Is it
dun
Matt
dun
Boone?
dun 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 dun. Nope.
Who is it?
Oh, I'm not telling you.
Oh, don't I don't
That's
know.
a theme.
Oh,
No, this was a.
Oh.
I love this show, and it was a western, but he had all these gadgets, kind of like the first James Bond type of
okay.
western.
I probably never watched that Western because I don't know who this is.
When they say it, you'll know it. His partner was Animus Gordon.
Still
Still don't
not
know.
ringing a bell.
Okay. Cheryl and I were the first on the board,
And what did I get it right?
and it is Robert Conrad.
Oh, Robert Conrad. Wow. And what was the Western?
Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that much. Yeah, I remember it, but I didn't really watch
They
it.
redid it with Will Smith.
They did.
Yeah, the movie or
Hmm.
the series. Okay, one of my favorite actors who was told he could never act.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's one of your faves. I can't really see that picture very well. Oh, I
Tanisha,
think
you
I
got
know
another
her.
congrats here. Now, it's funny, but this generation
Mhm,
probably knows him more from all the police movies he starred in. Remember?
mhm. I don't know who this is.
Oh, you don't know who this
No.
is? Okay. Over there.
I kind of looked, but I don't. I think my guess is, but I don't think that is
He
him.
was very famous for the line "Make my day."
Yeah, I
that
think
was
I
it.
know who it is, but that doesn't look like him, those pictures.
None of those do to you?
No, none of those pictures look like him to me.
Okay. That is. You want to guess
Clint
it?
Eastwood.
Yeah, it is Clint
But I
Eastwood.
would not recognize him from
Actually,
those
he was
pictures.
in what was it, Gran Torino recently?
Well, I loved $1 Million Baby. That was
That's
a
right.
good
I forgot
show.
about that
I
one.
really enjoyed that. Yeah.
He got away from a lot of the.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite shows. Most
Oh, I
of the
loved
episodes
him.
are in black and
Yeah,
white.
I like this show.
What actor is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, I like this show.
I think this guy actually played basketball for the Boston Celtics.
I
too.
know. That's unbelievable. Is he from New England or?
I don't think so. We used to watch his reruns.
Yeah, I like this show.
Very handy with that rifle.
I know.
Let's see. Very good, Robert. Let's see. That's right. Everyone
Got it right?
Cheryl. Oh wow. There's a
Yeah.
rare miss by Cheryl and Ed.
Oh,
It was the
Rifleman.
Rifleman,
I
and you know
watched
the
it.
actor?
Yeah, Chuck Connors. I
Right.
love the beginning when he does that with his gun.
Yep.
Cocks it. He's tall too. He's
Yeah, they will. Well, that's why he played for the Celtics.
I know he's a good looking.
My great grandmother loved him.
Yeah, well.
So Tanisha probably watched every one of those episodes.
Her great grandmother loved all these Western guys.
This is the last one for this category.
Oh yeah.
Name this
Oh,
actor.
I can't think of the actor.
If you can't tell, these are all my favorite westerns.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Funny, they did a remake of the series. They did a movie.
Yeah.
Movie. He looks so old.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when we saw, what was that show that you liked a lot? The movie. Oh, geez, it was on Netflix or something.
What was it
Now I can't
about?
even think of who the guy is.
Well, what was it about?
He's mind blank. He was a detective, like supposed to be a tough guy. Damn, I can't.
And I
think of
liked it a lot.
Yeah, you liked it a lot. I thought it was okay. It was just I couldn't believe there was an 80-year-old guy running around. They were trying to make him look like.
Oh,
really
you
tough.
mean De Niro, Robert De Niro?
No. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about.
That's funny. Tanisha says, my mother and great grandmother loved all the ones you showed. It's too bad they weren't here to
I
play
was
this
gonna
game.
say
huh?
I get all of these right.
And the character was Matt Dillon from,
This is Matt Dillon.
yep. You know what show it was?
I don't want to say Bonanza, but
No.
that's all I can think of. I don't know.
Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. Okay.
But the character, the actor, was James Arnaz.
James
Yeah,
Arnaz.
that's right.
Okay.
I guess Ed or Cheryl. I'm assuming it's Ed since it was when I straightened the picture out, but he answered this too soon, so maybe he was just taking a pause from the last one.
So
Gunsmoke,
this
James
is
Arnaz.
James Arnaz,
Right.
and the character was
Gunsmoke.
Matt Dillon.
Right.
Gunsmoke. Okay. I didn't like Gunsmoke.
You didn't like Gunsmoke? No.
No.
That was the longest running. I don't know if it's still considered the longest running drama, but it was the longest running.
I like
one for
Bonanza
years.
because I like Michael. Geez, I can't think of his last name then, but
Okay, to end round one, we have our Disney question. Disney question and answer. Here it goes. Okay, be the first to identify this movie title from the hints that it's going to give you. Okay, think of the old Wheel of Fortune game.
Oh,
so
yeah.
throwing some letters out. I'll stop it halfway through if you want to throw some answers out. What movie is this coming out with? We'll stop here for a minute.
well, I know the first letter.
The first word, you mean?
Yeah, the first word rather.
Okay, that's the first. Now we'll keep going.
I got that right. Oh, okay. Now I know what it is.
I'll bet you can get this one, Tanisha, right now. Let's see. We've got one correct answer out there. And we'll finish it up. Yep. Let's see. You got it now, Tanisha. Ed's back on the winning track here.
All right.
The last two. The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I like the movie. Did you like it?
Yeah. We saw the remake.
Yeah, we saw it. It was good.
Let's see. She said, I think I will try and find some. There are TV channels that we get, I don't know what they are, that have only Westerns on them.
Yeah.
Find some old episodes and wish my grandmother, Big Mama, was watching with me.
Yeah.
I'm mature now and can appreciate it. And that's the truth, though. You look back at them and you say they really did a good job on some of these older ones. Like even movies. We just saw the redigitized to 4K, I think, version of Casablanca.
That was good.
And really appreciate what they did to make that movie back then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're both there. Okay, Sean and Ed. See, when you said you fix a picture, I assumed it was you, Ed.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so craft or fact, Nance. Go ahead. Round two.
Round two. Let's see. There are dolphins in the Amazon River in South America. There are dolphins in the Amazon.
Crap or fact? There are dolphins in the river. Amazon River.
In South America.
South America. Are there dolphins there? I know this answer. I only know it for one reason.
I know because I have a book on it.
Oh, dolphins. I love dolphins.
I have a book on.
You've done 2 dolphin swims.
Me?
I've only done one.
He's done one. I've done 2. If you get a chance to swim with the dolphins, do it. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Funny, they tell you if you're pregnant not to go in.
Yeah.
And the dolphins will know. We had a friend that tried to sneak in by saying she wasn't pregnant. And the dolphins were very annoying to her because they could sense it.
Yeah, it's weird how that was. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got all crap. We got one fact. Robert's the only one to put a fact down. Oh, and Cheryl and Ed did.
Cheryl said fact? And
Cheryl and Ed, yeah. And the answer is fact or crap?
It is a fact. They're actually pink dolphins. I have a book called Island of the Pink Dolphins.
That's the only reason I know it, because
like
you got that book.
I got that book.
Yeah.
And they look a little different than our dolphins up here. Their nose is really long and they're like a pale pink. So I'd love to see them.
So if you put fact, if you got it right,
Yeah.
If you put fact, mark it down as the right answer. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say here.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, Nance.
Okay. Snails do not have teeth.
Okay. Snails do not have teeth. Fact or crap? So if you believe they do not have teeth, it's the fact, right? If you think they have teeth, it's crap. Fact or crap? Snails do not have teeth.
We used to pour beer on snails and watch them shrink.
You know, and I remember that as a kid. They
Yeah.
had them always come up the sidewalk.
Yeah,
and
my-
if they get on your shoe, you never get them
Yes.
off. That
My
was
aunt
that was
had a
the
lot of them.
that was slugs, right?
Slugs.
Yeah,
The
we never. It
snails
wasn't
and
snails,
slugs.
but it was slugs.
Was that the same?
You feel no, totally
Oh,
different.
all right.
Okay. Now everyone is saying fact.
Fact that
I
they
can't-
don't have teeth. That's what I would have said. Fact that they don't.
Read
have
the
teeth.
question exactly again.
Snails do not have teeth. Is that true?
Okay, do not have teeth. So if they're saying fact, they do believe they do not have teeth.
Right.
Everyone's saying fact. What's the answer?
I can't believe this, but crap, that
Yeah.
they have teeth.
And she did fact. She
I
did fact check it.
Yes, because I didn't
In
believe
fact,
it.
you had a number too, right?
1,400 teeth.
1,000. It's
Oh.
14,000 is the number you have written down. So it's 14,000 teeth. It must be just microscopic.
They must be. Wow. That was very interesting. I didn't know that.
And your third one to end round 2, what is it?
Sharks cannot blink their eyes. Sharks cannot blink their
Sharks
eyes.
cannot blink their eyes. Fact or crap?
Sharks can't blink.
cannot blink their eyes. So do you think sharks can blink their eyes? Fact or crap? Sharks cannot blink their eyes. Okay.
This is a hard one.
Is it a fact or crap?
It's crap. They're the only fish that can blink.
So of all the fish out there, they're the only ones that can blink.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There were some stumpers there.
Yeah, I would say. I didn't know. I would have said that was.
I think of it. So the only one
I
that
would've
got
got
that
that
one
one.
right was Robert.
Oh, good job, Robert. I would have got it wrong. He knows his fish.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah. All right. So we go on to round 2 of name this. Name this restaurant logo.
Oh,
So what restaurant does this belong to?
Looks like Pippi Longstocking.
It does look like Pippi Longstocking. You're right. Name. Whoops. It might help if I put in the screen. Here. Let's try it
There
now.
we go.
Name this restaurant logo. Now, if they guessed it before I put it on the screen, that would have really been something, huh?
Yeah.
I like this restaurant.
I do
actually.
too.
Of the fast food burger joints, this is probably one
I
of my
like the-
favorites.
Yeah.
That used to be like a staple to us when we went down with the kids to Disney World because they
Yeah.
went right outside the
Yeah,
parks.
that's
and
what we
go
stopped
there for lunch every day.
Everybody got.
We
a
did the
burger.
parks, and everyone's got it.
Yay!
What is it, Nance?
Wendy's.
That's right. Okay.
We had a Wendy's right next to us in Georgia. That was very convenient in Helen, Georgia. That was
That was
so
the only thing
convenient.
really right around, right?
Yeah.
You had to go to a very expensive restaurants, or you could do Wendy's.
Yeah, and we could walk right there from our hotel that we stayed at, and that was a kind of a lifesaver because we could just have a inexpensive lunch because there were a lot of German restaurants with German food.
I think they knew they were the only one too because the service was terrible.
But
And it was really not the greatest one.
terrible. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
All right. Now this is an interesting restaurant because
Yeah.
it seems to be very popular. How many of you have eaten there and what's your
I still
comments
haven't
on it?
eaten
I
there
have yet
yet.
to eat there because I can't figure a darn fried chicken sandwich is that much better than the other fried chicken sandwich. But I haven't eaten there. Nancy's
I
been
wanted
dying to
to.
eat there. So we vowed that if she doesn't hit one here before we go back to Florida, there's one right across the street from a hotel.
That's right.
We'll take the daily walk over
I
there
will
and
take a walk over and get myself
try it.
a sandwich.
What's the name of this restaurant, Nance?
Chick-fil-A. They're so popular.
Yeah. I mean, do people like this place? What are your opinions on it?
Yeah, it has that. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the chicken sandwich there? Does it work? The walk over,
Yeah, no,
walking
can you
across
do
the
it?
street.
Tanisha says Chick-fil-A gives free sandwiches in their app when Alabama scored. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Scored
really?
their first
Oh, wow.
touchdown. It's football season.
Yeah.
So did you get one? That's the question. I don't like their opposition to gay people. I did not even know they had it.
Oh,
I do know they
really?
were religious because
You did?
because they close on Sunday. Which
Oh, I
I
didn't
have
know
a friend
that.
whose daughter works there, and he said they close on Sunday for religious reasons. But
Oh,
that's the extent I knew about it.
this is the first I heard that they were.
So maybe that's part of their whole dialogue.
Maybe.
Okay, Nance, do you know what restaurant this is? I like the tenders and the salad, Tanisha said.
I don't know what
Pizza.
this
So does
is.
anyone have the sandwich? I'm really curious about
Well,
the sandwich.
that's what I'm gonna get.
So what is this, Nance?
I just want to say Pizza Hut. I
That's
don't-
correct.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But I was not 100% sure.
This is another one. I guess I should feel sheltered because this is another one I have not eaten at.
Oh, my son likes this one.
He does. And they
Yeah.
had a lot of controversy on
Really?
certain things with their food. Yeah. I don't know if it was. Okay. So he said, yeah, I get one every time. So she does like them.
Okay.
Sandwiches, okay. Sandwiches, okay. I am not a big fan of it.
Oh.
I always give it away.
Well, I'm gonna try one. Maybe we could do a video, me trying it.
Yeah.
See how I like it.
Which won't be for another 4 months.
I have to wait 4
And
months
we'll
to get
to-
my
And
chicken.
we'll totally forget about it by then. All right.
We did do a video on those beaver nuggets, though.
Oh, the ones from
Yeah, Bucky's.
Bucky's. Jeez, my mind. Yeah, that's now a stop down there for the restrooms and the coffee. Anyway,
The coffee's delicious.
it's funny because
Really
we wanted
enjoy
to
the
try the
coffee.
sandwiches,
Yeah,
but we always seem to be going through there.
at the wrong
I
time.
don't know if it's real early or real late, but
Yeah,
they're not
look-
making them.
No, they're not
And
making them.
I thought they made it 24 hours, but they did not
We'll
make
have to
them.
try that brisket sandwich. one
So
time.
I mean, we just because we only do it going down
Yeah.
and going home.
Yeah.
So by the time we get there, it's
But
usually late at night.
I love their coffee. I give their coffee a 10.
In their bathrooms, you give it 20, right?
I love their bathrooms.
What is this restaurant, Nance?
I think it's Chili's, right? Or Chipotle.
Chipotle, right? Okay. And the last one, name this restaurant logo for round 2. We used to go there. They used to have decent specials. Remember that?
Yeah,
you get
they
a whole, you get a, I don't think you got a dessert, but you get a meal
Yeah,
and an appetizer
Yeah.
for a certain price.
Yeah.
And then the quality of the meal started going downhill.
yeah, I think so.
So the only time we talk about going back there now is when they have the all-you-can-eat chickens,
Yeah,
which you're doing right now.
they're doing it right now.
But there's not one really near us, so it's gonna.
No, that's not one that close.
We did meet Jimmy from Astute Tourist up at Golden Corral last
yeah.
week and had a feast of all-you-can-eat chicken wings. That was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, and I love their hush puppies. They were so good.
Okay, what is this place, Nance?
Applebee's.
Right, Applebee's.
Yeah, I used to get the lime chicken. That's what I would always get because I enjoyed it.
Okay, Nance, the Disney
Q&A.
Q&A. Put your answer in the chat. Be the first to identify the movie that has had. Okay, so there's a character cutout right there. Identify the movie. If you fill that cutout in, identify what movie this would be. I'll stop it when it's got about 2 seconds left here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 here. Let's stop it here a minute. See if anyone guesses. I could not guess it.
I don't know what it is. This is the hard one.
I can almost guess for sure that Tanisha will not get this one. So what Disney movie is this? And it's obviously an animated movie that this cutout and then I don't think anyone has an idea. I know I didn't have an idea, so I guess we'll just let this thing
Yeah,
play
I
out,
don't know that
man.
one.
All right.
What is it?
Let's see. Couple little guesses, but I
Yeah,
don't think
stumped
anyone has it
everybody with
right.
this
Yeah,
one.
I don't
That
even
was a
know what it
hard
is
one.
right now. I even forget what it is now.
That was hard. What was it?
Home on the Range.
Oh,
That's
oh,
a cow.
yeah.
The cow's a cow.
Oh, I don't remember that. Home on the Range.
Yep.
Wonder how old that movie is.
I don't know. I think we all did that one wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, Nancy, your third and final round, a crap or a fact?
Fact or crap. When learning to use the keyboard, typing the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter of the English alphabet. Do you remember typing that in?
Well, I didn't do them typing. I'll tell you a story
All
about
right.
that phrase.
The quick
You guess
brown
right, John.
fox.
I will not get this. I see a donkey, I guess. Your donkey was a lot closer than things I was seeing there, Tanisha.
All right.
Emperor's
the quick
New
brown
Groove.
fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter of the English alphabet. Is that true or false? Fact or crap?
Home on the Range, the movie we just showed, that
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we've ever seen it.
No,
right?
we haven't.
Have we ever heard of it?
I've never heard of it.
We probably should look
We
it up
haven't
just
seen
for
it
the heck
because
of
we
it.
haven't even heard of it.
Okay, so fact or crap, Nance, one more time. Read it.
So, when learning to use a keyboard, typing the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter of the English alphabet.
How many of you went to your keyboard right now and typed that phrase in? Let's see it.
Oh,
It is fact, and the reason I know personally is because in my job to run communication checks,
yeah.
you type a test message, and the test message is that phrase.
Really?
Because it tests out if anything is malfunctioning in the alphabet. When we send the column over.
Really?
So it's a lot of places you use that as a test message to
They
make sure.
do. That's interesting.
So everyone got that right except for poor Robert. All right. The next crap or fact, Nance.
Crap or fact. The largest city in the world is New York City. I know it's a city that never sleeps.
That's right. Are they sleeping in the biggest city or not? That's the question. Fact or crap? New York City is the biggest city in the world, or
in the world.
In the world.
The largest city in the world is New York City. The city that never sleeps. Do, 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 do.
Interesting. I'm trying to picture it if I've ever heard this anywhere.
Do, 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 do. New York, New York.
All right. So people saying crap.
Crap. Hey.
Don't give the answer. I mean, you could give the fact. It is crap, right?
Yeah, it is crap.
It is crap. Does anyone know what the biggest, was it largest? How was it worded?
City
anyone know what the largest city is? You're right with the crap.
Yeah, it's not
Just
New
curious
York.
if anyone knows. Is it even in the United States? That's a question.
Well, we're talking the world. Largest city in the world.
We got multiple answers of Tokyo. What is the?
Yeah, it is Tokyo.
It is Tokyo.
Yeah.
Good.
Tokyo. Boy, can't imagine driving around that
Holy
city.
cow, imagine that.
No, so congested. Like.
Nice job. And the final crap or fact of round 3 and of today is
A person cannot lick their elbow.
a person cannot lick their elbow.
Oh, can we lick our elbows? Let's all try.
I was just going to say, how many people do you think right now are trying to lick their elbow? And I won't do mine, so I won't give away the answer. So, crap or fact, a person cannot lick their elbow. So, if you say fact, it means you cannot lick your elbow. Right? A person cannot lick their elbow. Right. Oh, I didn't put down the
little froggies?
Yeah. Fact or crap? I think that Robert's came in before I put my froggy. He says crap.
Oh, he thinks you can lick the elbow?
Yeah, he thinks you can lick your elbow. Fact or crap? A person cannot lick their elbow. Are you trying to lick your elbow?
Yeah, look at this.
All right.
Fact. You can't do it. You can lick somebody else's elbow, but you can't lick your own.
We say crap. Cheryl has tried. Lick or lift? No, it was lick. L-I-C-K. It must be
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
New England accent.
Yeah, I said lick. Yeah, not lip.
Okay. I apologize for any confusion.
We'll have to throw that one out.
It is yeah, it's a lick. L-I-C-K. Probably should have
Yeah.
spelled that.
Yeah.
All right. That concludes fact or crap today.
It does.
And we move on to our final round of name this sport that a net is used in. So what sport is this? And that's right there, as you can see.
I can't even see. I got my glasses.
You actually have a bigger one over in that one. Yeah, my fault on that question. We'll be more careful next time.
Yeah. I'll have to throw that question out. That doesn't count.
Okay, what sport is this that a net is used? All right. I'll give you a hint. Nancy broke her arm
I
in this
know.
sport in Florida this past winter.
Oh, yeah.
And that is correct. It is
Good old pickleball.
good old pickleball.
It's so much fun, though.
Love the game, but yes.
Well, stuff happens.
Name this sport that you use a net. Well, you ever watch this? And I don't know if they have it in the Olympics or not, or I just watched on ESPN. But this sport here, man, when they get going,
Oh, I
they
know.
get so far from
Yeah,
the
I
table.
know. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen them play like that. It's crazy.
It's incredible. So we do not go live this Sunday.
No?
We do not go live next Thursday.
Right.
The following Thursday, we go live, and then the following Sunday, we go live again with Tanisha Time and
We
our
do.
game. So
We
you just
do.
look for our thumbnails, look for our videos coming out, and next Sunday will be our podcast number 8.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, they get ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
And that's correct.
Very good. Name this sport that a net is used in.
Ooh.
Now look at it closely. Don't jump to conclusions here. Because I thought it was something else when I first looked at the
Really?
screen. Yeah. Name this sport that a net is used in. Now, the hint I give you, okay, we're getting the right answers. The net's over here somewhere. Look at this little baby. That's your giveaway right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the answer, Nance, it looks like everyone got it right.
Badminton.
Is
Badminton.
badminton. That's correct. Okay, 2 more for nets. Here's the next net. Name the sport that a net is used. This is a fun sport to watch.
Yeah.
Niece and nephew both played that
Yeah, they
in
did.
high school.
Yeah.
Trying to think. The college has it in town, has it, right?
I don't.
I don't remember
know.
if I've ever seen it practicing. They must have it. I think they have the
I don't know.
nets when we get on the bubble or something. Now, this one, for anyone that's not familiar with the sport, you catch a very hard ball in those, what would you call those things that have the net? I don't know what you'd even call them. When you catch it in whatever that thing is, you have a handle and a net on the
Oh,
end.
must
You
be
catch it,
a
you
name for
pass it.
that.
The net is a very weird shape. Yeah, I can't think of what the heck you call that. Okay, Nance, what you want to tell them what this is?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah.
I don't know. Alexa, what is the lacrosse net called?
From ChicagoTribune.com. Lacrosse, described as a combination of field hockey, basketball, and soccer, uses a long-handled stick with a triangular net on the end known as
Alexa,
a
stop.
Cross. Well, she was just about to say the answer.
Okay, the last sport. Name the sport that uses a net. Probably the world's. I think this is the world's most popular sport. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Name this sport that uses a net. Kids play this. We probably played this. Boy,
This
everyone
was
in the
our
family
son's
does.
best sport. He was very good at this. He played 3 sports, and this was his best.
And that's very true, Cheryl. And that
Good.
it goes by 2 names. See, I'm used to the old American
I
names.
know.
So
It
what's
does
it
go
called?
by new. You want me to say it?
Yeah,
Soccer and football.
that's right.
Yeah, our son was really good with this sport.
Okay.
Actually, he
and
played 4 sports because he ended up playing
All right.
football.
Final question of the day is our Disney question. Be the first to spot the difference between the 2 images. Okay,
Oh, boy.
now let's pause it here for a second.
How good is your vision?
No.
Mm. Oh, good.
Hopefully you can see this on your screen. Let's see. I always forget these now.
Jeez,
I
I
had to
don't
find
know.
it myself. What is the difference between these 2 pictures? Oh, I actually found it. Okay.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
I haven't found
I'll go
it.
down to
Oh,
10 seconds first.
I don't see it. They look the same to me.
All right, let's pause it there. See if anyone's gotten it. Monsters Inc. is the movie. That's
Yeah,
correct.
I love
but
that
there are
movie.
2 pictures. They're supposed to be identical. You got to really stare at the pictures closely. Can you tell what's different from one picture to the other? Okay, let's go down
Boy,
to
I can't
5
tell.
seconds.
You found the difference?
Yeah, I did see it.
Well, I have not found it. Nope. Looks the same to me.
I always have to do it. I take one corner, and I start working my way up. It's the only way I can find
Yeah,
something.
let me
Because if
see.
you look
I'm
at
looking at
the
it.
overall picture, you're never gonna see it.
No, I don't. I can't find it. They look the
Okay.
same to me.
All right, we're gonna count it out now. 3 seconds.
I failed. I failed to find the difference.
All right.
So what was it?
I'll let it count itself out and show you. The difference is the awning stripes have been reversed. See the little picture of it?
No. Where? Can you point that out again?
Well, if you look here, you look there. See, there are 2 there on the top one, and there are 3 there on the bottom one.
Oh.
Well, it says reverse, but it's not really reverse. There's a 3 and a 2. I guess
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. But yeah, it's
Okay.
the awning.
That's good. That was a good one.
Cheryl and Ed, nice job.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
And that ends round 3. And our games for today
I've come to an end.
have come to an end. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you all for joining us.
Hopefully you'll watch some of our videos that
I
have
hope
been
so.
coming out. We
I
usually
hope
put
so.
out 2 or 3 a week,
Mhm.
and listen to our podcast when you're doing the housework or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Background.
Background, yeah. Let's see, where's my thing here? Okay. Is there any last comments that we need to address? Arnie, no show next Sunday. We go every other Sunday. So if you had 14, which is a Thursday, this would be the 17th.
Wow.
And then we go every other Thursday. So we just did this past Thursday.
Yes.
So
yes.
it'd be not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after.
Right.
Love to see you all there. A
Yeah.
final was winning 5 wrong. That's really good.
Hey, good job. Nice.
I like to get into a system, Cheryl, there where people keep track of it. I
Yeah.
don't know how to do it though, so people do it on the honor system.
I know.
Keep track,
Yeah.
or have an independent scorer will actually keep scoring.
Yeah, that would be good.
So I'm not sure how to do it, but for now, it's just have fun and give you training.
Right.
So thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you
us,
all
everyone.
for joining us. We hope you all had fun. We did. Stay young and have fun.
Thank you, everyone.